Well, hello, hello. It's been a good long time. How's everyone going? Welcome in. Also, this is, let me jump over the scene real quick. This is what the thing should look like. This is what verticals should, oh shit. Okay, well, I mean, it's what it is, I guess. Basically, it should look like this. Although you're supposed to be able to see chat, so I guess I would have to edit it to be something like that. But yeah, like you were meant to be able to see pretty much everything. So when this is the starting screen, this is the chatting screen, so you'll see me. And this is the gaming screen, which as you can see, there's no game, so it's kind of going mental. And then this would be the end screen. So you would see everything. I just don't know how to get it to work, so it is what it is, you know? So we just close on now. Yeah. Also, how do I shut that up? Let's go back here. There we go. But yeah, that is how I had it set up, but unfortunately it won't work. Hello Dimitri, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. How's everyone going? Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone's Easter? Did you all get the chucky eggs? Go get chucky eggs? Is no game you're playing today? There is a game. We are playing Stanley Parable. It's just we're doing a bit of yapping first. We haven't done a bit of yapping for a while. I can't remember the last time we just did a yap. Like it's been a long time. Too expensive? Yeah, they were this year. They were. Am I too late? I think this is a good size, right? Whatever. We shall be playing Stanley Parable. But I wanted to chat with you guys a bit. Because I feel like it's like I said, it's been a while since we kind of just really had a chat and sort of caught up and, you know, talked about random things. Thank you for the head pats, by the way. You had a slice of peanut butter pie. What is peanut butter pie? That sounds... I'm not a peanut butter fan, but it could be nice. I think there's a cooldown on the head pats, Void. Sorry. I don't actually remember what the cooldown was. Let me check. Let me check. In Russia, Easter will be in April 12th. This year, Orthodox Easter coincides with another holiday. Cosmonautics Day. Yo, that's a wild sounding day. I don't actually understand. Does anyone like I'm not a person of faith and all that, but why does Easter change each year? I assume it has something to do with leap years and stuff like that, right? Oh, but don't quote me. I just doesn't make any sense. It was like last year, it was like the 26th. Or it was later in April. The church makes the call? That's so dumb. You can't just change the... She's stupid, man. It's so stupid. The head pack cooldown is 1 minute on YouTube. Because it has a point cost on Twitch. That's why... Yeah. Dang, I got... Dang it, I got an ad. She marks 64 years since the first human spaceflight. Oh. That's a crazy holiday. We don't... I mean, I guess Australians have never been to a space, right? I don't know. We don't technically have, like, a real space program here in Australia, I think. Or if we do, I'm not paying attention to it. This week's phenomenon occurred on the Russian segment of YouTube. A simple girl from Afghanistan created her own channel and posted her first video explaining that she was learning Russian and wanted to draw simple animations. But YouTube's algorithm boosted her channel so much that it seemed like she was getting recommended by everyone, and in just a week her channel had gained— that's crazy. Yeah, the algorithm is an all-powerful and almighty thing that no one will ever understand. Aussies in space would be a scary prospect. Do you think they'd turn it into Mad Max up there? You put peanut butter with whipped cream cheese, etc. to give it a flavor but lighter texture. Put in something like a graham cracker crust and topped with chocolate ganache, sorry. That sounds alright, actually. People get paid the big bucks to try and understand. That's about right. Sick car jumps on the— How you doing, Maddie? How you doing? So, as I stated in the thing, in the opening, Umagari, the final part of Umagari is actually out now. I can actually show you. Because I have nothing else to hide on them. I've been recording. You know, I have about— oh, I wonder what that was. Hey Dimzara, how you doing? I have almost 3 hours of footage recorded for the other thing that I wanted to edit. Dimzara, thank you for the follow, by the way. Also, that alert, is that alert really quiet? Maybe I'll up it. And that's only half the video. That's only half the video, by the way. This thing I have to edit down. This is gonna be my first ever edited video. But now I can show you. Feature-length movie. You watched the new One Piece episode? Is that is it like the anime or the TV series? I'm not even following any of— I admit I'm not following any of those. One Piece is too long for me. Anyway, okay. The end is, and this is a confirmed fact, never. Oh, thank you for that, Pat, by the way. Let me jump over the screen real quick and look that up. Yeah, there you go. Imigari final part. And as you can see, there's nothing else after that right now. Damn. You know, I'm really surprised how some of these have been performing. I do this obviously out of fun, but you guys can get to see— you guys can see the stats. Oh, you can see some fluff. I mean, it doesn't matter, that's what time it is. Crazy, right? Okay, well that didn't work in my favor, but you guys can see, like, this one here is the Pragmata demo, which I'm actually surprised really took off. This one here is this is the Witches Apocalyptic game, which I was also, again, surprised that it really kind of hit it off. And when I say hit it off, this is considered big in my books. Because the only other things that sort of got close were, like, obviously this, which was the Enfield 1.1 vlog. This was a Final Fantasy 7.4 trailer react where I got cooked in the comment section. I got absolutely destroyed in the comment section by this person. Absolutely zero reaction. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It's funny though. Absolute zero reaction, guys. I can't believe I'd do that. But like, you know, like this would be what most people would track to sort of figure out what their next video should be, but I just don't know what people sort of like watching. And that's the hard part. Like the night cleaner being 128 in a few days is actually pretty good in my books. But then like our shorts, obviously you're gonna see all the shorts upcoming, by the way. These are every single one of these are clips that you guys have made. Like this one's the newest one to come out. Obviously it's 11, it's been an hour and a half. It's got 11 views. It's sometimes it just shoots up out of nowhere. I don't understand the algorithm. These ones kind of got fucked by YouTube. It's what it is. I don't really care. But as you can see, it's generally about like 1,000 each time, which, hey, that's fine by me, right? I should scream at everything? Nah, I can't do that. Then we have our live stuff, which I think lives are doing great. Like, I mean, I know not a lot of people watch live on YouTube, but you know, I mean, Arc Nights has been, actually you guys can't even see this, sorry. So Arc Nights here is actually, where is the, can I not? Sure, what? Oh, it's still too big. Okay, sorry, whatever. Like this one here is Arc Nights. 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 People like Arc Nights. I don't know what you guys like about it, but all I do is run around and talk shit. The only thing that's ever topped like how many views I got was when I did live react to Uma Musume. Let me check on the music, by the way. I forgot about it. Hello, Vouch Striker. How you doing? Welcome in. And Skyrazer, welcome in. But where is it? Should be about here. There you go. Watched every single, so this is it here. Watched every single music that they had in the game, all the concerts, and it got 38,000 currently. That's since September 2025. And 53 people think I suck, which, yeah, that's probably true. It's probably true. This is watching every single character's intro and skill animation. 16,000. Only 19 people think I suck in that one. That's fair. I always love looking at, there's always usually one person that hates my videos. And the shorts are the best to go by. Like you go in the shorts, you go down here and you like literally look, there's always, okay, there's not one now. 3 people disliked, 2 people disliked, 1 person disliked, 1 person disliked, 1 person disliked, Like there's someone out there that really likes hating me, and I'm okay with that. Whoever you are, keep disliking. I appreciate it. It means you're watching my content. It means you're watching my content, and that's all that matters to me. Anyway, go back to you. Engagement, that's it. Hate watch me if you need. Makes me feel good. Maybe, actually, guys, what if is that person that hates that I have Tung as my my main DPS like character in my team? And may I for the record say that that team got the trimmed medal for Crisis Boss, by the way. So yeah, I think some pure haters just go through your entire volume of work putting just like, that's okay, baby, I can do that. I'm here for them. I'm here for them. I still need to do the fights. I've only done one, but I just thought it was funny that I should mention that that person. Hello Giggles, how you doing? Welcome in. Also, I forgot, I didn't say hi to everyone that came in first. We had Illusi's Keck, Twinkle there. I had to say, if Giggles is here, Twinkle has to be here somewhere, right? Hidden away. Reaper, Foxtrot, Maddie, and then yeah, we had Demzara and all that. Yeah, welcome in. And on YouTube side, I appreciate you guys popping in. Always nice to see you guys. You got Grace, obviously, Void Person, and Dimitri. Yeah, it's actually crazy to have like quite a few people on YouTube side, because I just don't generally see YouTube being popular in a streaming side, but I do appreciate you guys dropping by over there. I just wish I had more to give you guys. Holy message size, what the fuck? Let me catch up on YouTube side messages real quick. So new the fights. Wait, what if it's you for the controversy? I don't think I can even dislike my own videos. Wait, can I dislike my own videos? Can I like my own videos? That's kind of weird. If I can, I need to find out now. Let's find out, guys. Let's jump over the screen real quick. I assume you mean who would hate me? I've been watching you and various guys since 2020, and you've been great throughout. I have been getting better throughout the years. I mean, I think people just don't like everyone. You know, there's people who just don't like VTubers in general as well. So can I, if I go to this video. You good? I've been good, thanks Giggles. I've been good. Second buddy, you had to go see a man about a horse. Ah, nice. Uma time. I was just watching a VTuber who like asked echoes, and somebody on YouTube commented like, I hate ask echoes, so you get dislike. Damn. I'm like, bruh, you can just move on. The VTube replied positively saying that she likes the game, but that person was like, if liking reading story, just reading story, just read a book. That comment made me laugh. There's people that just there's just people that hate, and you know what, I'm pure, I don't really care, it doesn't bother me. So can I wait, I can dislike my own stuff? That's crazy. Wait, does that even count? If I go and Yeah, nothing valid right now. It's okay. I'm just glad that I can entertain. Wait, it doesn't count. Or maybe it hasn't updated yet. You guys can see it over here. Let me Wait, that's not the video. Where is it? This one. My head's in the way. Yeah, it says 0 dislikes, 6 up. So I can't dislike my own stuff. It was me all along. I wonder if people go along. Actually, wait. I took my dislike away. I pressed the dislike button. What do you mean? Does it never update? Oh, that's not what I want to go in. Sorry. You guys don't need to see that stuff. Wait, that is what I want to go in. Sorry, you do need to see that stuff. They can't let me self-hate myself. It did count. One dislike. Wait, did it count? If I go on, is my hate there? Yo, it does count. That's crazy. All right, cool. Well, we're not gonna do that. That's funny though. That's funny. All right, get rid of that now. I didn't think I could actually do that. They do say we are our own worst critics. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, as I was saying, the other video that I'm editing right now or putting together is currently... Actually, let me have a look at the file size myself just to make sure. Recordings. We have... Well, I mean, technically it's longer than that because one video... I can't give the details. I have to be very careful about my wording. One video is 54 minutes. The next video is 31 minutes, and I had to split it for a reason. And the final video is 2 hours and 24 minutes. And there's still... That's only halfway. That is only halfway through the game. I am only halfway through that game and recording. And then I have to edit what could be, judging by the size of these, 6 hours of footage down to something that you guys want to consume. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a long project, and I've never done anything like it before. And I'm kind of excited for it, but it's unfortunate because the first part of this video, or the first part of it, was scrapped due to I'm shit at gaming. I don't know if I should you know what, I think I might even upload the scrapped part too. I just yeah. One thing I saw specifically on music videos, the music that was getting billions of likes gets millions of dislikes. Yeah, I think it just balances out in the end, really. Is this an extension on the advice not to look up yourself on the internet? Nah, it's actually, so what it is, for example, is it's a challenge. It is a game challenge. So if you've ever watched for example, I'm just trying to think of, let's say someone played Silent Hill and they said, I'm not going to use guns, or I'm not going to use, I'm not going to run, or stuff like that. It is something like that. There you go. Without giving away what it is. If you like Stanley Parable, I can recommend playing Fever Meme. Fever Meme. Fever Meme. I spelled it wrong. Whoops. Fever Meme. Oh. Oh, wait. I think I've seen this. It's one of those troll games, right? So I consume a lot of like content of people like InSim and Bork the Soup playing games. Also, why does my chat look further up again? What is going on here? Chat, you need to come down. Yeah, I consume a lot of like if I'm watching something, people I watch, or a lot of the YouTubers that I watch are like InSim, Bork the Soup, Corey with 2 R's, Dante Ravioli, although I don't think Dante Ravioli's done a video for a long time now. I don't know what's going on there. Nuclear bomb has been fired. Oh shit. We're done for. It's over, guys. We're cooked. Hey. Welcome in. How you doing? Dante Ravioli. Let's have a quick peek. How's Dante doing these days? I'm not even subscribed to him on this channel. Oh, there we go. So, Dante Ravioli does a lot of challenges too. Oh, he has done it 1 month ago. Yeah, he was doing like heaps of videos 4 months ago, 6 months ago. Yeah, I was like watching heaps of his stuff at one point. But yeah. Damn. I enjoy watching that sort of stuff. You love my model so much? Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I need to calibrate it and whatnot at some point. I would like to eventually position my camera or my phone somewhere a bit better so I can do it, but yeah. I want to be the guy, man. I played that. I actually finished that game, which is crazy to think about because, like, that's a game that I don't think many people will finish. And it's been so long now that I don't even think I could do it again. I would try it. I want to be the guy. Good game. Rage game. Rage game. It's probably like a lot of those other Mario games too, where they like have all the blocks and stuff like that. What's my record? Absolutely shit. I wouldn't. It's not like a top contender. It's like a. It took me a long time. Stanley Parable made me upset. I don't want a game to mock me. It's right, I have chat to mock me, so it's fine. I'm used to it. If you enjoy the challenge content, I could also recommend the backlogs, Small Ant, and Point Crew. Okay. We'll have to check those out. Like, I want to do... I don't have the motivation to do challenges all the time. Like, I want to do challenges. And I see things like, I think I watched someone do... And I can't remember if it was Corey with 2 R's. It may not be Corey with 2 R's, but... Shit. Let's have a look. Let's jump back over here again. I can't remember if it was Corey with 2 hours. Let's go to his channel. He does a lot of Resident Evil challenges too. But I swear it was him. Maybe it wasn't him. No, it wasn't. Okay, well, I don't remember who did it, but they did like, they did, Enshrouded. I can't remember what the challenge was though for it. And I was like, man, I want to play Enshrouded at some point. But there was another one where it was like one of those survival games. And I'm like, I would love to do one of those challenges, but man, I just don't have the time to like play. And those games take way more than 6 hours, by the way. My muscles are a tad bit sore from the gym today. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, not nice. I mean, it's good because if your muscles are sore, that means that, you know, progress is being made. World record for I Want to Be the Guy is approximately 5 minutes. Is it really? We have 5 minutes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Actually, let's just do this because otherwise we're gonna get ads. They have to do a lot of cutting. I don't have a 5-minute one. I thought they had to upload all these. 16 minutes? Oh. Yeah, that's sort of where I can see. And if, I mean, look, this is basically I Want to Be the Guy. I mean, let me shut up the music for a bit.
That was a weird way to do it, but it works.
But like, this is, yeah, this is one of those troll games. So this guy must be mega accurate on every single jump, every single like thing that he did. And he could not mess up once. Although this game does have a quick reload time, so it's not too bad.
Yo, Rain.
Huh?
I hear my very quiet rate of work going on.
Huh? Okay, there's a skip though. When you play that game, that's not where that goes to. That is absolutely, this is like halfway through like a different area. Am I wrong? Am I? That had to be a skip, right?
Yo, Raymond. Ray, thank you very much. Hope you're streaming out well. Welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody from Raymond's stream. Hope you guys had a good time there. Hopefully you guys have a good time here.
He's gonna end up in the Ghosts and Ghouls section, I believe, from this way. And that place was an absolute pain in the ass to me.
But right now I'm doing the OG I Want to Be the Guy. We're trying to speedrun the any percent category.
Oh, he did die. Wow.
Weird glitches.
But maybe he used that as a glitch? Oh, this doesn't go to the Ghosts and Ghouls section. It goes to the Metroid section. Dude, it's been so long since I played this.
Whoops. Alright.
Huh?
Not too bad of a start. Not very good.
Ooh, what? Excuse me, what? This is like a boss fight room.
Alright.
Okay, that's a glitch as well.
Not very good.
Damn. Anyway, we're not gonna watch that. We're not gonna watch the full thing of that, but that I've played that and I'm nowhere near like as good as this guy ever. I can't even, it took me like more than a day of just playing because the biggest boss problem I had was, where is it? This stupid ass dragon. This fucker was my biggest issue.
Not by a lot, but by a little bit.
Yeah, anyway. Whoa. Yeah, a lot of the speedrunners exploit certain areas. I have no doubt, like that, I mean, Resident Evil 2 was the same when I watched a speedrun of that. Apparently there's a way to just like walk through the ground in the RPD and end up in the sewers or something like that. I was like, man, how do these people find this stuff? How do people find this stuff? Anyway. Pekoception. It's a bit like that. The endless sheep tunnel. The nature of speedrunning. I mean, it's an interesting thing to watch. I think there's something really enjoyable. There's something enjoyable about watching like something that you would play, something that you have played, and seeing someone absolutely decimate it in the quickest time ever. Like it's wild to me. My mouse is gone. Why is my mouse gone? Ah, because Stanley Parable is up. Okay, let's jump over to here. Take display capture off. We're gonna be jumping into Stanley Parable now. Cool. Let me make sure it has sound before we jump in. I love that I'm on my sound menu and it's, I hope this doesn't hit any of the things. And then we're gonna adjust the sound volume. You guys. It's like the, what is it called? Ultra something edition. So I think it's like the remaster. Oh, Spiffing Brit's great too. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, English. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Like that? I mean, it's still, it's like, that's barely visible, right? I'll never understand these like brightness sliders. Please enter the current time. Is this 24 hours? Nope. Okay. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Not gonna lie, I don't even know the subtitles are available in Polish. Field of view 90. Audio. So audio sound alright to you guys? I mean, I think this is fine. This will be fine, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Let's Game It Out is great too. I love Let's Game It Out. I wanted to do a video like Let's Gaming Out, but that dude, he puts so much time into like, and I'm like, if I tried that, I'd be about like, I'd be about five minutes doing it and I'd lost my mind already. I do stupid things, but nowhere near as much as what that guy would do. Like, that guy spends a lot of time. Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe. Okay. He's crazy. Hard to say for certain if we hear the guy, but that's probably fine. Alright. Wait, is there a way to do...
This is the story. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I guess that seems good, right? Yeah, okay, okay. Never, the end is never, and wait, never the end is the
This
end.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes. I'm Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Hey man,
Orders
what a
came to
day.
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
That's so boring.
was happy.
안녕하세요.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
How you doing,
Something he
Kim?
would
Yeah.
never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
The end is
No
never,
one had
the
showed
end
up
is
to give him
never.
instructions, call a meeting,
Your
or
video
even
is called
say
Super
hi.
Parable.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I can press the key. Nothing's happening there. Why is my keyboard still... What? I'm left clicking. I have the magic keyboard noise. Shit, I locked myself out of my office.
All of this code... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Wait, does
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Alright.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. I'm on it, boss. Where's 417? Huh? 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
What? Okay, okay, that's fine. You got a bus. 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I better get an achievement from this.
Now, back to door number 437.
I'm being baited, man. I swear I'm being baited.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Huh? Where's the coffee machine? Where's the coffee machine? Where's... Oh, copy machine. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I wasn't reading. There it is.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Nary, you better give me some achievements.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I'm being baited, man.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Was my achievement? I didn't get an achievement pop, did I? Hang on. We got the achievement. Everything's all good now. We got the achievement. Now what am I meant to do? Achievements were the friends we made along the way. Okay. Why is there coffee on that seat?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't wanna?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I just wanted to defy what you told me to do. Whoa, this place is chill.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want a drink.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
You damn right it's worth it. Look at the leaves. Crisp.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
You shut the fuck up and take that back. This photo is fucking fantastic.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Is that based on my real time? No. Okay. Coffee. Yay. Yay. This game has an achievement to not play for 10 years.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
The door's gonna close. The door's gonna close behind me, right? Go in the back rooms.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, there's an elevator. Wow.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
But I don't want to go left. I have to go left. I guess.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Huh. I kind of get in the car. All right, I'm going down in this deep dock. Is this going back to the... Oh, whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh.
How do I get down there?
Am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander
No.
so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No. I'm going back there.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Shut
What
up.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going back there.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm going the same way I was. Wait, this doesn't look the same. Oh. Huh? Where's the break room? Also, I just realized that I can hold the right mouse button and it walks forward. I've never played a game. Wait.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
No,
Why not?
don't. Motherfucker.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Isn't it?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I'm being debated here. I'm being debated. Hey, it's Nikki. How you doing? How's it going?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What the fuck?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so
I won.
Good job. Oh,
I won.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I won fair and square. What do you mean?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, stop.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the
Yellow
help
paint
of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
But can I climb over this?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yay! Katie.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh.
Go back and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we're here again.
No.
Yeah.
Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything
I
we've
trust
been
you,
through,
Line.
You... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
I trust you.
Restart.
No. I trust you, Line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
How about you shut the fuck up and let me follow the line? Why would you do this to me? I'm gonna sit in my office now. You took away my line, I'll take away your narrative. The line. Plant. Fine, we'll follow his adventure.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I want to go back to the big room.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to go back to the big room.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
Yay.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Wee. Hello, Yusuf. How you doing? Wait. Come back.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I want to go in the left door. Confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
After a long
My
time,
mind
Stanley
goes blank
dies.
simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't want to die.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What was that?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
I'm going back
just
to the monitor
admire it.
room.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm going in the monitor room.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Wait, what?
No, not the right. Why would I
didn't even
have
say
ever
left.
said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
The monitor room.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How
Wait,
about rather
did I
than waste my
did it
time
fully
trying to salvage
restart?
this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
But the confusion ending was actually an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Is there a way to begin the game again? Okay. Because we don't want to go down that loop again. I don't think that was a loop. I can exit
All
that
of his
loop.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think you can track when you get an ending achievement.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with the worker. Let it all up inside of you. Take it. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and the throw. So, okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I know. It's fine. Why is this one taking forever? Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts and slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Oh. Rate of increase in graphs. Please no more charts. Boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute wax sheet, circle the top 20 things you love about your boss. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, wait, they spelled yourself wrong. What? Just for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work. All the time, every day, with no exceptions from... Okay. No cycling. Narrative got... New issue... The instructions on the wall to continue confusion ending. Hopefully, since the narrative would go to normal. What do Greek philosophers' math problems and Backstreet Boys have in common? They want you to tell them why. God damn it. You're back? What did I miss? I ended up cycling the same ending. Room closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
This is duct tape and shit. What is that? Is that barbed wire? No. String?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
This is a fucking huge closet for this one little broom over here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Well,
he wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Nice. I'm gonna stay in here.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm staying in the closet, man.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It's significant to my story. This is the story. This is like Lord of the Rings. The Stanley Parable closet.
To you, this is somehow
the Fellowship of the Broom Closet.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
There's a broom closet ending? Alright, well, guess we're staying in here.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Get fucked. I'm staying in here now. My closet. Wee. Okay, is that nothing else? Is he gonna...
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Damn it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, that's ominous. What's that? I can't read it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Exit.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep,
but I'm flying now.
Take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Wait, it's just a
all I
black
want.
box over the screen.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I'm not
Everything
normal.
will be fine. I am okay.
Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. I think I died.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed down the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I died. I didn't even get an achievement for dying.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so what if we go right again?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Instead of taking the elevator, I just keep going.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. We're back here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I didn't think he was gonna remember.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, bathroom. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Say that's a lovely purse. What? Elevator. Where's this go? We're still going. Okay, enough of that. Yes, the elevator that goes everywhere, but also nowhere. I wonder if you stay in it long enough, if you get an achievement. Yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Elevator. I pressed the up button. What do you mean? Uh-oh, where are we off to now?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself. to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Yeah.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Of course. Wait, I can't actually. Oh, okay, well.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
I went back on the elevator.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
What if I go back up again? Is he gonna lose his shit?
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
But what if it's not the boss's office? What if it's something else? He doesn't know this.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh my God, what?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Oh my gosh. Do you think we're upsetting him?
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
But wait,
I have no frame of reference to
I'm gonna
even
blow your
anticipate it.
mind, narrator.
That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm gonna absolutely blow your mind with my next move. You're not expecting this, trust me. Ready? Yep. He said nothing.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
There you go.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious. So
Now you
fleeting.
understand.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice
Yeah.
and slow?
add some music to it as well.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
Yeah.
Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
Is that what you guys
But where's
want?
the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in
He
years.
gets it
And
now.
it's really all because of you. You're
I-
the one
what
who
can
took
I
this
say?
bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
Yep.
Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's
Yep.
not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
Yeah, I know.
want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not
Yep.
pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role
Yeah.
model, you know? People look up to you.
Why
Which
is the elevator getting
though I
faster?
didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
You slow
so
the
that you can
elevator
talk
down a
about
bit.
your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people
But
who have
we're
been
about to
following
arrive
you
to
from
our
the
destination
beginning.
too
They
quickly.
really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them
Yes.
for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Live, the guy who went. How we did it. The world's healthiest human beings. All tricks revealed. It's me, guys. All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. Let's go. World peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
World's first sentient machine. And I gotta read. No, Stanley, tonight, live on stage.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and
To
what it means to
stage.
craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay,
Stanley Ryder.
It looks like they're ready for you.
Almonds,
Go
chair,
get 'em.
gum, table, not bar. I have a mini golf thingy in here. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from? 427, wasn't it? Break a leg, champ. Your boss. See, they love me. They truly love me. Yo guys, yeah, hi, hey, hi there, I'm Stanley. Oh my god, there's my face. Hi, yeah. Oh my god, isn't it good to see me? Yep. I'm famous. I'm kind of a big deal. Microgolf. True. Oh, please tell me that was an ending. That wasn't even an ending.
Already this was uncomfortable.
What?
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
It was an ending. I guess achievements aren't endings then. Damn. Okay, so
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business,
So,
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
what if I go this way this time?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, damn. Where am I? Oh. Did I ride this thing?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Damn.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I went splat.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Yeah.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Red or
Let me
blue,
prove
dog?
that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
What is this place?
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yep.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I
He's
did.
so upset.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
Yep.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
Yep.
Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did
I don't know.
know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I
Yep.
really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Yes.
To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with
Is
this
it an
one.
elevator?
Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
That guy's cheating. All these people are cheating. Where's me? That's not me. Fucking losers. What the? Um. Um. I broke the game. I actually broke the fucking game. Are you kidding me? Soft locking? This isn't soft locking. This is fully fucking locked. This is fucking behind security door, fucking lock and key, fucking locked. I cannot believe I broke the game. Are you for real?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I have to do this all again? Sorry.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Do I want to drop
realize that
down?
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yeah, because you fucked me over last round.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
It's beautiful.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
It's beautiful.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Amazing.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Skill
Vehicles?
trees.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
You know
this
what I'm gonna
already
do?
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Motherfucker.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Do you think the third door will bug again on me this time?
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah, don't lock me in the fucking door this time.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated
Brother,
to keep
what the
walking
fuck?
through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Are you... This has to be... This is... Is this actually meant to happen? I think it might be a good idea to quit the game. So that actually doesn't happen. Am I getting debated? I don't know if I'm being debated anymore. Wait, what time is it? It's 12:11 a.m. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game. Okay. Not even an achievement, damn it. Okay, if it soft blocks me again, I'm not doing this pathway again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Also, did my... Oh, okay.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, let's see.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I'm
someone
good.
you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Buddha.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so
Okay,
badly
it's the
what's out
softbox
there?
again?
You want
I
to
don't know,
find
man.
out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written
Yes.
out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because
Nope.
I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
The beautiful
Help me
orange
here,
room.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and
so
unknowable desires
pretty.
of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me.
I
You've
still
given
want to
me
see skill trees.
absolutely
Where's my
nothing
skill
so far.
trees?
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited
I
from
swear to God,
allowing
if
more
this
choices?
fucks me
Feel
over
free
again.
to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in
Wait,
your
that's
gut.
just this
I
fold
really
in
couldn't say
reverse.
where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Oh,
go to the
Sebby,
meeting
thank
room.
you for the
Perhaps
follow.
he had simply missed a memo.
By the way, welcome, welcome. That says 2 minutes ago. Is my YouTube stream so delayed?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
So
Perhaps
do I
he
go through
wanted
the
to stop
red door
by the
this time?
employee lounge first, just to admire
Or do
it.
I take the right across?
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
Apparently it's
story
on
has been
purpose.
about
Oh,
nothing
okay.
but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't
Red
know how
dog.
to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
I wouldn't
Stanley
upset him.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
they removed the ending?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
What's this?
Here.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Hi.
If we just... No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away
Staircase.
from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this
There's
from me.
so much. Wow.
Please, Stanley. No!
Wee. Oh.
Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Wee.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
360. Wee.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Why did your message get redacted, Grace? Wee.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I always feel bad. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's still a whole other pathway I haven't
came to a
taken.
set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions.
So I gotta get up there now.
5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Wait, where are we?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly play... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, I'm a sheep.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Don't do it.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? The fuck
Excellent.
is a back sack and crack?
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
No, not really.
And the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Wait.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
No. Can I take one of these? Fine. You put fucking safety things around this?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
I've been baby murdered.
It seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I've been baby murdered. You can't baby murder me. You can't do this to me.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Whoa, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of
it's
that?
funny.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No, don't shut the game down. No, can't do that.
To.
No, no, no. Oh. Hey, I'm still here. Oh, what's through here?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Yay.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What,
Yep.
did you think that would be funny?
Yep.
You just had to see?
Yep.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, I'm not a child.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
You know,
would have
Mom used to
destroyed
say
it
that I
and
was a
been
brat.
victorious. It would have been so
Does this
perfect.
make me a
I
brat?
worked so hard
Oh,
on it.
whatever.
I tried so hard to make
Although I don't think Mom meant them in the same way that I'm
behave
thinking.
exactly as Stanley would.
Shut up.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
She didn't say anything.
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead
There's a
and you'll
way
be
to walk
fine.
into the
All
room
right.
and not trigger it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do
Okay,
that?
no, it
Quickly,
triggers as I
hurry
go back. Okay. I thought maybe I could get in there,
Behave
have a look, and
exactly
see
as
if I can
Stanley
ruin
would.
something.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, he really just took away everything. Whoa, what's up with the boss's office? It wasn't like that last time.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Open the fucking door.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
He's
the
so
kind
upset.
of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh,
When
Where am
Stanley
I?
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
the
I need you
end.
to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh. Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's
What could it
actually do
mean?
them.
Stanley
Sorry.
decided to go to the meeting
I
room.
feel like we've done
Perhaps he had simply
everything but
missed a
the
memo.
actual story.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hello, Angela. Oh, come in. Wowie.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special
We
yet,
love
but
elevators.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Damn. The jump
right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The jump circle. Oh.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
Should have I
Another
kept my
elevator.
jumps?
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this
Yeah,
is new
where's my
content,
skill tree?
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get
Damn.
me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated.
Test achievement, please ignore. Okay.
And I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I like painting the sign. No! I was having fun in my hidey hole. Oh, what the?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
You know what? I'm specifically not going to now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And now we're gonna go see how the story actually goes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
He doesn't
so
remember.
he turned around and got back on track. Coming to
He
a
doesn't
staircase,
remember.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Elevator time. I could upset him with the elevator
Descending deeper into
controller.
the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yay. Wee. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was
just
of
because
no
I think
great
I'm a
loss,
survey doesn't mean
unplucking
you
the
should be.
eyeballs from a blind
Yeah, wait,
man.
ad.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell. Time to get squished.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go this way then.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Okay. What is this
When
way?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. So let's The clock doesn't even follow my own clock. So why did they ask what time? Elevator. Warzone? Wait, what? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it would be far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of this game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. What? That's dumb. People who like shooters should have a sense of humor, right? During, I appreciate the previous Stanley game and talk about. What happens when that... Hmm. Wait, there's a vent in the lounge? Huh. Have you played this before? It's first time. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. Huh? Zending. Zending model. Huh? Okay. Elevator. Wait. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Let's get crushed.
It'll be your only true choice.
Squish me, squish me, squish me, squish me.
Don't let
Dead. Oh, we're here again.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What are you showing me?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. Wowie.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all.
Damn.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Damn. Oh, it's done. I want to check that out. Person of the year. Shit. Now I can't go down. There's a red door and blue door up though.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
People play games because of what you can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can do it. Anything. Literally anything. I can't get in there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before.
Whoa.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh no.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh
Surely
no.
these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I thought this is the Half-Life 2 like zombie area.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, I was hoping I could see some more. I see this one's a thumbs up though.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I always feel bad for the narrator.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Ooh. Ooh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ram... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
I
no.
have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and...
The tree is completely dead. Did the narrator die? I think he died. Fire alarm?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed. The end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Oh,
never the
God.
end, is never the 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 end, is
The roof's leaking. That can't be good. Oh. Oh, can I leave now? No? Okay. What's it been, like 87 years now? Holy. What happened? Nice. Wait, it fully broke? It's broken! Yeah, I'll do the normal ending. We're off. We're away. On an adventure. Was that the end? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, we're gonna do the normal ending. New content. I'm not going there. Wait, I don't remember this pathway at all. That's how long it's
When
been.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Right.
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, okay. That works for me. I was gonna put a pin pad thingy in. But he did it for me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There we go, look at that.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. and you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yeah.
Always more content, more,
Yes,
more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm
Give
here
me.
to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
Oh my god.
Used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job.
I can't wait to be demonetized for every single one of these songs.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job,
You did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you... Oh, shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
I
simply
assume that's
missed a
not the
memo.
right ending then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Yay. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But what if I jump off again?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the
Okay, he's just gonna say the same thing. Okay.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
I
simply
thought
missed a
about
memo.
listening to the song again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
My broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
He locked off my broom closet. broom closet. Good
Stanley
job, you
walked
did
straight
it.
ahead through the
Good
large door
job,
that
you
read
did it.
Mind
Good
Control
job, you
Facility.
did it. Good job, you did it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
This mind control facility, it was too
That person got
horrible to
fired.
believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, I
But
pretty
here
much
was the
did.
proof,
What's
the heart
this?
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. There's lots of buttons to press. Big. Oh. Awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
Yay.
system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
there's a door over here.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Press any key
My
to send power to
goodness,
the
only
puzzle.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds,
4.
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
I know what I need to
Or
do.
did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
3
that
was
this video game can be beaten? One
yeah,
sold?
right?
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
Yo, he's
you're in for
psycho.
quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will
Guess
you
I'm
let
dead.
it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay. I wonder if
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
I do wonder what the
When
like.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Speedrun time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
My closet's
disbelief,
still locked.
Stanley decided to go up to his coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Full speedrun. We can speedrun it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to
Speedrun.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Was I? Because I'm. Oh, that one's broken.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Am I being
Had
monitoring?
Stanley really been under someone's control
Wasn't I
all this
427?
time?
Okay, I
Was this
remember
the
that.
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That doesn't look like where I'm at.
No.
I'm
He
being lied
refused
to.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable.
I'm being
Wasn't
lied
it?
to.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
I think we did it.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How
where
had he
did they
been
go?
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered
I found
to
all
him,
the other stuff
for
there.
it was not knowledge
Maybe.
or even power that he had
Maybe
been
not
seeking,
everything for sure, but
happiness.
I've
Perhaps
definitely
his
went
goal
and
had
explored
not
a
been to
lot of different
understand,
things when I was
but
meant
to
to be
let
like
go.
doing the main story.
No longer
It's a
would anyone
house.
tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Here, look
Whatever
at that
life he
place.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the
Yo, we
feeling
made
of
it.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay. Did we do it? Beat the game. 88888. Test setting world champion. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all available numbers. Speedrun. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes 22 seconds. Not including... Did I not complete it in 4 minutes 22 seconds? Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. What? I
All
gotta
of his
get that
co-workers
achievement.
were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Like, I'm sure it would have been less than 4 minutes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
Shit.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
Okay, I can't do that.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility,
I think I
it was
would
too
put a fell off
horrible
if
to
I did
believe
that.
it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused
I
to
think we're
believe
perfect
it.
so
He
far.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
This has to be close.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored
This
and
has to be
commanded from this
super close.
very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had
This
won.
just takes forever, this
He
part.
had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he
I don't
realized
think I could have
none of
even-
this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool
Surely.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
You'd say, as the
the
narrator,
immense possibility
when
of the new
had
path
Stanley been
before him.
conditioned to accept,
This was
an
exactly the
advert
way,
started,
right
and like
now,
it perfectly
that
lined up
things
without
were
the
meant
chords,
to
so
happen.
Stanley being conditioned
And
to accept the
Stanley
mold of his
was happy.
Come on, surely. Speed run. We did it. We did it. We are now a speedrunner, guy.
This story
Do I have to set all the setting sliders in the menu to all available? Do I have to do it? Well, what else is there? There's like...
This is of a man.
That's sliders. Toggle auto walk? What? Low dexterity mode. Okay, I need to make sure that doesn't apply on that. Did I miss another scroll? Does that actually mean I have to do every, like, go in and escape every single one? That'd be awful.
Story of
Okay. Click on all the checkboxes. Okay. I see now. There we That's so what the fuck?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped.
And then the last few achievements I'm just not even gonna bother going for right now. I assume this has to be with what we were doing before, but we couldn't figure it out. Or bugged out. Entire duration of a Tuesday. That's crazy. I'm not gonna do that right now. It's like
very
almost
much
2
that it
a.m. for me. It is late. It is late. It was good though. Well, that's something interesting to read. Shift Up, the developer of Stellar Blade, has fully acquired the Tokyo-based studio Unbound, founded by Resident Evil creator and Devil May Cry producer Shinji Mikami. Could be cool. That could be cool. I have a lot of respect for Shift Up because I honestly think Double Blade was fantastic. It was a great game. Now then, where might I be sending you guys? I could send you guys to I want something more serious, and longer Slay the Princess is really good. I don't know about longer. I liked the length of this. It was enough to sort of mess around with all the endings.
Oh, I said you should do something.
Yes, you heard Uma Musume because we're going to read Gin, who's playing Uma Musume. I was gonna read Bai, but I feel like I've rated Bai. Dodo, you picked that up so easily. That's crazy. Put the desktop and press 8 on the keypad in the boss office. It's fine. Okay. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good time with this. I had a lot of fun with it. I'll be back on Wednesday with, what are we playing next? What is our next stream? Lords of the Fallen again. Nice. Some more Lords of the Fallen. Good times. When are we playing Fellowship next? Next week. Okay. And then it's Pragmata. I'm looking forward to Pragmata. I'm gonna get him on. But yeah, next stream is Lords of the Fallen. If you haven't seen any of that, it's basically Dark Souls. It's a really good game, but yeah. Are you gonna go now? No worries, Void. Thanks for hanging out today. Yes, all YouTube side, thank you guys for hanging out. Unfortunately, obviously, you guys can't come along for the raid. That's generally how it goes. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate just, being here in general. Really appreciate you guys. And Twitch side, we're gonna head over to Kin, who is playing Umazume. So please grab that raid message. Show some love. And again, also thank you for the follows and the subs and the hanging out as well. And I hope to catch you guys all for Lords of the Fallen on Wednesday. And for everything else, obviously you can check us out on the Discord. It's in the description down below on both sites. So whether or not you want to join us, that's up to you. And also, the final part of Umagari's playthrough has come out on YouTube, and I will be posting about it after stream. So if you haven't had enough of me today, there's some more for you to watch. It's up to you. If you haven't watched the rest of the Umagari series, it's probably worth watching that too. I probably wouldn't suggest watching the final and then watching the rest. If kind of ruin it all. But that's up to you. I mean, look, hey, you do whatever. Anyway, have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves. Have a great time with whatever you end up doing. And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Bye-bye. Bye.